Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pure Vibes Studios Online. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Daniela, and I'm super excited to have you here. So, today's class, we are going to start out in a child's pose. So, getting a mat, get some space around you, or even just a cozy floor, and let's join on our knees. We're going to sit down onto our heels. So, big toes are touching, sitting down onto the heels. Knees can be as wide as you need to. And remember, you can always put a pillow or a folded blanket on top of your heels to sit back to. And you can also put something in front of down in front of you on the mat for your forehead to rest on if that feels better. So getting your way into your child's pose, arms can go out nice and wide in front. We're gonna relax the forehead down and give yourself a little wiggle across the hips to settle in, a little roll across the forehead, side to side, and then just finding your center. Relax your shoulders, and let's take the biggest, deepest breath we've got all the way into the bottom of the lungs, holding that breath at the top of the inhale, and then big sigh to let it go. Good. Nice big deep breath all the way into the bottom of the lungs. Hold it at the top. Nice big breath in, and then big sigh to let it go. Good. Now just finding your breath, your rhythm, and allowing your forehead to completely sink. Allow the hips to sink. And just clearing your mind, releasing the body, and deepening the breath. Take this moment to just let everything off this mat melt away, giving yourself this time here to check in with yourself, to let go, and to start being a little more in the present moment. You know, noticing if there's anything that you can find to be grateful for, anything positive. Bringing a little gratitude, maybe even just that we have these bodies that can take us into a yoga practice. Maybe setting yourself an intention, or giving yourself a positive affirmation. Continue with those nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then we're going to walk the hands off to the left side of the mat. So walking them all the way over, inching the right hand towards the top left corner of the mat. Keep sinking the hips down, relax the forehead down, and then breathe nice and deep. Noticing as you inhale the expansion in the right side body. As you exhale, you allow yourself to sink a little deeper. Beautiful. Coming through center, take those hands off to the right, inching the left hand nice and high towards the top right corner of your mat. Relax your forehead, sink the hips, sink that left shoulder maybe a little deeper. Close your eyes, deepen the breath. Throughout the yoga practice, we're going to really focus on that nice long, slow, deep breath. We're going to bring awareness to the body. We're going to clear the mind. Good. Coming through center. We're going to bring it up onto the hands and knees. So into a tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. If you have wrist issues, then we're going to take those hands a little bit farther front, or maybe even bring a rolled up towel to place underneath the where the hands and the wrist meet to give yourself a little elevation, making it comfortable for yourself. And really, you can always come onto the knuckles as well. So we're going to spend a little bit of time here, and make sure you give yourself breaks whenever you need. We'll start out with our cat-cow. So we're going to lift the tailbone as we sink the belly down. Now pull the shoulder blades down the back and together. So we're opening the chest, looking up. Nice big deep breath in. As you exhale, tuck tailbone, pull belly in, part shoulders, relax the head and neck. Good. And again, inhaling to cow, really opening across the front body. Don't forget about squeezing those shoulders down and back. And then exhale to your cat. Tuck tailbone, part shoulders, relax the head and neck. And close your eyes and flow at your own pace. Inhaling cow and exhaling cat, just at your own pace. Find your rhythm. That slow flow with the breath has such magical effects for your nervous system. You know, whenever we're in a state of stress or anxiety, those hormones, those fight or flight hormones, start to flow through the body. And ideally, we bring ourselves back to rest and digest, where the body has that ability to center, balance hormones, and heal itself. So slowing down, moving with the breath, really brings us towards that neutral, happy place. Good. From cat-cow, let's roll those toes under and take it to down dog. So we're going to reach the hips up and back, and then we're going to pedal out the feet. Bend one knee at a time, push the opposite heel down. Give yourself some movement here, whatever feels good. But really sending everything towards the back of the room. And again, to keep those wrists safe, let's make sure the palms are pushed flat. So we've got the weight spread evenly throughout the whole hand. Here you can inhale to tippy toes if you like, and then exhale to sink into the heels. Inhaling to tippy toes, exhale to sink into the heels, and just move however it feels good for you. Maybe some deep knee bends and straightens. Maybe give the head a little shake, yes and no. Good, and then we're gonna walk those hands back towards the feet. And we're going to come into our forward fold. Bend the knees nice and deep. Let everything hang forward. Give the head a little shake yes and a little shake no. And then spread your toes nice and wide and lean towards the toes and then towards the heels. And let's try to land somewhere in the middle. Grab onto elbows. Bend the knees. Straighten them however it feels right. And then give yourself a little gentle sway from side to side. Nice deep breaths. A couple sighs if that feels good. Relax those hands down. Give the hands a little whirl around, and then we're going to roll ourselves all the way up to standing. We're going to reach those arms up, looking up to the hands. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, take those arms nice and wide back down. Good. Inhale, reach it up, and exhale, take it down. One more like that. Inhale, reach, and exhale to take it down. Good. Interlace the fingers behind you. Open across the chest. Let's look up without letting the head drop back. And then just a little tiny push of the hips forward. Big, big breath. Good. We're going to take it into a forward fold. So if it feels good, you can keep those fingers interlaced, or you can always take those hands and relax them down. We're going to bend the knees nice and deep so we can get a comfortable forward fold here. Let the head and neck hang. And then you can slowly start to straighten the knees to whatever degree feels right. Maybe peeling the arms up and away. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Again, that full deep breath. Beautiful. We're going to release those hands down and walk ourselves back into our down dog. Pedal out your feet. Give yourself a little movement. And then taking it into table. Good. Knees under hips, hands underneath those shoulders. We're going to think here about having a nice flat back. So pull the belly button towards the spine. Engage your core. So we'll take the right leg out behind us. Now notice you can keep the toes down, or if you want a little more excitement, we're going to lift the foot up. But we want to keep the core engaged so we're not dropping into the belly. Core engaged, spine long. Now think about left arm reaching out in front. Good. Long back of the neck, so you're looking down. Flex that right foot. Have the palm facing inwards. Spread the fingers, so reaching in opposite directions with that hand and foot. Core is engaged. You can keep it right here, or you can come with me. We're going to inhale the arm and the leg out to the side, away from center, and then exhale, bring it back through center. Inhale to the side. Exhale through center. Good. One more time. Inhale out to the side, and then exhale through center. Good. Keep core engaged. You can keep it right here, or you can bend that back knee, grab onto that back foot, look over the left shoulder, push the foot up and away, and now you can let the belly sink down for a little back bend. Beautiful. We're going to reach the arm and the leg back out. to that original position. Nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bring elbow and knee towards each other. Curl the belly button towards the spine. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, back through center. One more time. Inhale, reach out. And exhale, back through center. Good. Inhale, reach it out. And then take that hand down. Knee comes down, and your choice. You can take it into your child's pose, or you can take it into a down dog. Give yourself a little bit of movement. Find your breath. If you're in child's pose, let those hips sink down, let the forehead sink down. If you're in down dog, let's bend both knees just slightly. Reach everything towards the back of the room. Think about wrapping the shoulder blades underneath your armpits. And then slowly starting to sink those heels down. Lengthen through the back body. Good. Bring it back down to center into that tabletop. And we'll do the same thing for the other side. So setting up your base. Think about pulling the belly button towards the spine. Spine is nice and long, and we're going to keep that back flat. As we take the left leg out behind, toe can stay down, or you can reach it up. So we're activating into that left sit muscle. We're going to reach the right arm out in front, palm facing in. Flex that back foot, long back of the neck, so you're looking straight down. Think about that core. Is it still engaged? Are we letting the belly sink? Keep that strong, that integrity in that core. You can keep it here, or you can come with me. We can inhale it out to the side, away from center line. Exhale back through center. Inhale it out to the side. Exhale back through center. Good, one more time. Inhale out to the side. Exhale back through center. Good, keep it right here, or bend that back knee. Grab onto the back foot with that right hand looking up over the right shoulder. Good. Now you can let the belly sink. Little back bend. We're still pushing that foot into the hand. Find your breath. Might be wiggling and wobbling here, and that's good. Building stabilizing muscles. Beautiful. We're going to take the arm and the leg back out. Core engaged here. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, bring the elbow and the knee together. Pull belly button towards the spine. Inhale to reach it out. Exhale to bring it in. Inhale to reach it out. Exhale to bring it in. Good. Back out. And then with control, bringing the hand down, bringing the knee down. Again, your choice. Child's pose or down dog. Take a couple breaths. Good. And then we're all going to bring it down onto our bellies, so you can take it into plank from the knees or from the toes, bringing it all the way down, shoulders down the back, long back of the neck. Push the toes down and push the hips down. We're going to take baby cobra. Inhale to lift, just using the back muscles. So hands come to a hover. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time, just like that. Inhaling to lift, pause there. Hands come down, shoulders squeeze down and back, and then we're going to start to gently push in. It can be just an inch or two. It can be all the way up into our cobra, but keep the elbows nice and tight. Keep shoulders down and back. Push those toes down, push the hips down. Find that opening across the front body. Beautiful. Releasing it down, taking it into child's pose. Big toes to touch. Sinking hips back to the heels, relax the forehead. The arms can reach out in front, or they can reach towards the toes and really release into those shoulders. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Rolling yourself back up. when you're ready, to seated, and then we're going to bring ourselves forward and again into our down dog. So make sure that the wrists feel okay. If you have any issues, give them a little whirl around, maybe squeeze the palms away from the wrists, just slightly, just a little bit of loosening, a little bit of opening in that joint. And then we're going to take it back to our down dog. So spread fingers wide, reach those hips up and back. So pedal out your feet, give yourself a little bit of movement, and then we are going to sink those heels down. Now I want you to notice how the hips are both square to the mat right now. And we are going to lift the right leg behind us, but we're going to keep the hips square. So as we lift the right leg, that right hip wants to come up, but we're going to keep it turned down, and we're going to slowly start to lift that right leg. Start to think about the right sit muscle. You're activating in that right sit muscle. Getting strong, lifting it a little bit higher. Keep that right foot flexed. Keep sinking the left heel down. Lift it up even more. Find your breath. Good. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to keep the leg lifted behind us. And then as we exhale, we're going to take it into our plank. Keep that leg lifted behind you. Core is engaged, squeezing that right sit muscle. Good. Bring it back up. Good. Nice deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the right knee towards that right armpit. Squeeze it up there nice and high. Good. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale. Let's take it in between the arms. Squeeze it nice and high. Good. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale. We're going to take it over to the left armpit. Squeeze it nice and high. Good. Inhale. Reach it back up. Beautiful. Pause. Let's take that right foot down. Bring ourselves into our child's pose. Knees wide. Arms out in front. And then walk the hands over to the left side of the mat, just the way we started the class with. Sinking those hips down. Relax the forehead. Tune into your breath. Good, you're doing great. Bringing it back through center, we're going to bring it back to our table and then into our down dog. So strengthening sit muscles and core here. We're going to sink into our into our down dog, Spread fingers wide, reach those hips up. Sink the heels down. Find a moment of stillness here. Mental preparation, but relax into it. Find the breath. Notice how both hips are square to the mat. We're going to really work to keep it that way. So we lift that left leg up. Good, nice and slow. Starting to activate the left sit muscle. Keep the hips square. Sink that right heel down. Lifting that leg even higher. Find the activation in that left sit muscle. Starting to fire. Deepen the breath. Be noticing that heart rate. Good. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to keep the leg behind us as we bring it into plank with that leg lifted. Shoulders above the hands. Keep that left leg squeezing up. Good. Bring it back. Beautiful. Nice big deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the left knee towards the left armpit in your plank. Good. Inhale to reach it up. Exhale it in between the arms. Inhale to reach it up. And then exhale it over to the right. Inhale to reach it up. And bring that left leg down into child's pose again. Big toes to touch. Walk the hands to the right side. Sink the forehead down. Sink the hips. Find your breath. Inch that left hand nice and high. Get the stretch for the left side. Clear the mind. Beautiful. Let's bring it back through center. And we're going to take it forward and down onto our bellies. Beautiful. Stretch those legs out behind you. Stretch the arms out in front. Some super yogis here. So we're going to think about lifting the right leg up behind us. So keep the hips down, right leg lifts. Again, we're activating into that right sit muscle. You can look forward or you can leave that forehead down. We're gonna lift the left arm up. So opposite hand, opposite leg. Find your breath. Lift that leg a little bit higher. Lift the arm a little bit higher. Lift it even higher. Take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's lower it down. Good. Give yourself a little wiggle, readjust. Push those hips down, and then that left leg lifts up behind you. Starting to keep those hips down, keep lifting that left leg, and then right arm lifts. Long back of the neck. Lift the left leg a little bit higher. Lift the right arm a little bit higher. Lift them both as high as you can go. Deep breath in. And exhale to lower down. Relax the forehead. Lift the feet and give them a little windshield wipe from side to side. Just dropping them from one side to the other. Send those legs back down the mat. Looking forward, keeping a nice long back of the neck, so we're not scrunching the back of the neck, keeping it long. We're gonna lift both legs up behind us, both arms, flying super yogis. Lift the legs a little bit higher, lift the arms a little bit higher. Good, now bend the elbows and squeeze those shoulder blades down and together. Spread the fingers wide, lift those legs a little bit higher. Lift the chest a little bit higher. You've got this. One more big squeeze, big deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring it down. Make a pillow with your hands, bring your forehead down. Lifting those feet again, give them a little windshield wipe from side to side. Good. Hands are gonna come underneath the shoulders. Actually, let's take it into a Sphinx pose for a moment. So to stretch out that front body, elbows are going to come underneath the shoulders, hands out in front. We're going to just gently pull the chest through. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Find your breath here. You can keep it right here. You can take it into a seal pose, so the hands would come a little bit wider. Middle fingers kind of pointed to the top edges of your mat, and then gently starting to lift those elbows to peel it up. But make sure it feels okay for your lower back. Shoulders away from the ears, chest is open. Find your breath. So keep it in Sphinx or take it to seal, whatever feels best for you. Good, we're gonna release that down. We're going to take those hands under the shoulders and we're going to come up onto the knees. Beautiful. Take it over onto our back. So we're going to take a bridge pose. So feet are going to come nice and close to the seat. We're going to take the shoulders down the back and we're going to lift those hips up. So imagine there's an invisible ball between your knees. You're keeping that ball, so we're not going to let them splay wide. We're going to keep them engaged towards each other as we start to lift those hips up. So we're activating into the sit muscles and even pulling the feet towards the upper body to activate along the backs of the legs. You can keep the arms here alongside. If you feel like you need more, you're going to interlace the fingers and then walk the shoulders towards each other to open across the chest. Good. Keep your breath going nice and deep. Keep lifting those hips, pulling the bottoms of the feet towards the upper body to activate in the backs of those legs. Good, we're gonna release those hands down. Part those shoulders, gently bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little gentle rock from side to side. Keep that breath nice and long and deep. Beautiful. Taking those feet flat again, nice and close to the seat. We're going to go into this again. We're just going to add a little bit to it. So hands are going to come alongside the body. So again, keep it in this first position or take it with the fingers interlaced, opening across the chest. Now we're going to come onto
the right toes. So we're just going to lift the right heel up. Maybe this is where we hang out. We're going to keep squeezing those hips up. Maybe we take the knee all the way up. Maybe we take the leg all the way up. Point the foot. Flex the foot. Point it again. And then take that right foot down. Good. Squeeze those hips back up. Keep thinking. Long back of the neck. Core is engaged. Now we're going to lift the left heel up. We're going to lift the left knee. Maybe even take that left foot all the way up. Point the toe. Flex the foot. Point the toe. And bring it back down. One more squeeze for those hips to lift them nice and high. And then releasing the arms down. Good. Let's bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice little gentle rock from side to side. Good. Bring the feet flat. We're going to cross the right foot over top of the left thigh. You can push the right hand into the thigh. This might feel like a good stretch. If you want to go farther, grab onto the left thigh, gently pulling left thigh in towards you as you squeeze the right knee away from you. Lengthen the back of the neck. Close your eyes. Deepen your breath. Maybe giving yourself just a really gentle micro rock from side to side. Notice if there's a sweet spot. Good. Left foot comes back down. Uncross. Give yourself a little windshield wipe from side to side with the knees. Drop them from one side to the other. Beautiful. Crossing left foot over top of right thigh. Now notice there might be a difference in this side, so push the left hand into that left thigh. That might feel good. Keep it there. If you want to go deeper, grab onto that right thigh, pull it in towards the upper body. Lengthen the back of the neck. Close your eyes. Tune into the breath. Maybe giving yourself that just really gentle rock from side to side. Notice if there's a sweet spot. Pause there. That right foot down, uncross. Give yourself a little windshield wipe from side to side. And then we're going to bring both knees into the chest, arms out nice and wide, palms facing down. And if this feels like too much, you can always keep the feet down. We're going to drop the knees over to the right. And we're going to look over the left shoulder. Take the biggest, deepest breath you can. So you're really expanding in the upper body as you inhale, melting into the twist as you exhale. Beautiful. Come through center. We're going to take those knees off to the other side, to the left, looking over the right shoulder. Nice big deep breaths. Inhaling to expand the upper body. Exhaling to allow yourself to sink and relax. Beautiful. Come back through center. We're going to send those legs down the mat. Reach the arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice big deep stretch. And then into your final relaxation, your Shavasana. Feet are going to come nice and wide. Let the toes fall away from each other. Take shoulders down the back. Lengthen the back of the neck. Close your eyes. And allow yourself to just sink in. Imagine a wave of relaxation from the bottoms of the feet all the way up to the top of the head. Thank you for joining me. Stay here as long as you like, and namaste.